What is going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NFL DFS video. This video is for week 4. We are 2 weeks straight of getting a little bit screwed over by some injuries, but hopefully you were able to scrape through season-long DFS mainly. But yeah, so I mean, ACLs, concussions, 2 weeks straight that some key players were taken out early. So hopefully this video finds you in the green. Hopefully your return on investment was better than some. We had a good day. Specifically Monday Night Football, the showdown. I faded Lamar Jackson and kind of just stacked with the Chiefs, expecting the Chiefs play behind. Obviously that did not happen. But yeah, so that is something to monitor. What we're going to do is, this is basically the first look and the article we put out yesterday for FanDuel and DraftKings for week 4. News did just come out that Titans had 3 new player positives and 5 new personnel positives for COVID. Both Titans and Vikings, who hosted them Sunday, will suspend in-person club activities starting today. So that is something to monitor. This is the first week where this is something we have to look at. But this is 2020. This is where we're at. So moving forward, that is something to pay attention to. And hopefully it doesn't affect the games. Hopefully everyone's okay. But we will persevere. We will move on. So this being the first look, we're just going to look at so I've got the matchup tool out. It is updated. So that is on the website. Completely free tool. You can check that out. All you have to do is go to Fantasy Team Advisors, go to NFL and matchup tool, and we'll look at it in a little bit. We won't look at it in depth because it's on the website for you guys, but was able to get that all up and going. So it's some big numbers jump out there, and we'll look at that. So we also have this article out there. We have the over-unders as well. So I did want to look at the matchup tool for Vegas. So these are open. So I've added to it, and you might not be able to see it on the screen too well, but I'll go through it and let's just. I don't know why all the lines aren't showing up, because on the screen all the lines are actually there. So what I've done is I've added the opening line for the spread and the final line, same thing with the over-under, so you can kind of see where Vegas is going later on in the week. So these numbers are as of Monday. Okay, so these numbers are as of Monday, and we'll go through that. So Thursday Night Football, Broncos at the Jets. You know, Sam Darnold is still throwing to ghost, so I do like the Broncos defense, but again, it's a Thursday night game. Denver's opening up as a 3-point favorite with a 40 over-under. That is the lowest over-under on the slate, and it's Thursday night. So pay attention there. Colts at the Bears. The Bears have named Foles their starter. So Trubisky, we got screwed by Trubisky. He was in a lineup or two. I think he was in 2 lineups of ours. Had a good matchup, and then we got Trubisky'd. But so Colts at the Bears. Bears are 3-point underdogs here, 45.5 total. Jaguars at the Bengals. Bengals are actually open up as a 3-point favorite here, 47.5. Browns at the Cowboys. Dallas opened up as a 5-point favorite, 56 total. Pretty damn high total there. Saints at the Lions. New Orleans somehow's open up as a 4-point favorite. Will really just depend. Drew Brees has not looked good. I mean, he's looked okay. He's not thrown the deep pass, so that is something to monitor. Steelers at the Titans. Again, the Titans had the players with COVID, so this is something to pay attention to. As of right now, there was no winner. It was even at the moment. Let's see if it's been updated though. As of right now, Pittsburgh is a 1-point favorite if this game actually happens. So Pittsburgh has opened up as a 1-point favorite with a 47 total. And I'm not thrilled at that at the moment. Steelers defense has been able to hold. They were able to hold Saquon to 6 rushing yards or something like that in week 1. So Derrick Henry, I know Derrick Henry is a beast. He is 8 feet tall, 260, just pure 1% body fat. So that's something to look at. Seahawks at the Dolphins. Seahawks opening up as a 6.5-point favorite with a 54.5 over/under. I mean, what can't Russ do? I mean, back-to-back games with 5 touchdowns, just great. Should have had 6. DK Metcalf. You hate to see it, specifically when you're playing for money and he kind of lets up and gets the ball punched out of there. But, I mean, Rush should have had 6 touchdowns there, but made up for it. DK had a touchdown after. Chargers at the Bucks. The Bucks open up as an 8-point favorite. I believe Justin Herbert, as of right now, still will be the starter. Tyrod Taylor might not play again. I mean, they've got to go through all the protocols. He might sue. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. So that's that. Ravens at Washington. Crazy. I don't know why on the screen it's moved over, because on the normal one it's not. But Baltimore's a 13.5-point favorite opening up. They looked absolutely terrible on Monday night against Mahomes and the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense was able to hold Lamar to 96 yards passing. They couldn't get anything going. Cardinals at the Panthers. Cardinals open up as a 3.5-point favorite coming off the loss in week 3. Vikings at the Texans. Vikings blew another game. Texans open up as a 3.5-point favorite with a 54 over/under there, which is pretty high. If you joined us live on Sunday, we did a bunch of things here on YouTube, and we even had the good thing I like about going live is the interaction between you guys and myself. So we had the chat going, and I believe his YouTube name was Mr. X. I think it was Mr. X, and came through with us, or for us, said we should play Justin Jefferson. So you know what? We built a lineup with Justin Jefferson, went off for 175 yards. That's what I like. So if there's a player I go through all the stats, I go through all the depth charts, I go through all the numbers, and I might miss something, but maybe you're on somebody. So that is why I want you guys to be able to comment on these videos and say who we should take a look at. I would love to hear that. So that being said, if you guys aren't already a subscriber to this YouTube page, hit the YouTube button, hit the YouTube button, then come to this page, hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell notification. The bell notification will let you know when we go live, when we have a premiere, or when we post videos. So that is very helpful. Since I'm putting this video out so early, if this video gets 30 thumbs up before Sunday, we will put a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup down below and pin it in the comment section. So definitely go check that out. 30 likes. And if you guys have any questions, stardom sit-em questions for season long, you can get those in this video as well. Get those in the comment section. So that being said, the next game is the Giants at the Rams. The Rams, 12.5-point favorite. Patriots at the Chiefs. Chiefs are a 7-point favorite. I do love that. Mahomes is matchup proof. We saw that last night. I mean, he's throwing balls that he should. I mean, when he's out there, he looks like he's throwing the Vortex football. If you guys remember the Vortex football, you had a great childhood. I mean, that thing is crazy. And I mean, that's basically what he's doing. He looks like he's just like flicking it, and it's going 50 yards. It's nuts. Wouldn't be surprised. That's a 54 over/under there. Love that one. Bills, but the thing is, it's hard to narrow down who's going to have a good game receiving wise for the Chiefs, because I mean, they have their fullback come in. Sherman gets a touchdown. They had a lineman, Fisher, was eligible, got a touchdown. I mean, Mecole Hardman, you've got Tyreek Hill, you've got Travis Kelce, you've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you've got Mahomes himself. There's Sammy Watkins. There's so many options for KC. It's hard to narrow it down any given week. But 7, I could see them beating them by more than 7 Let's be real. Bills at the Raiders the next. Buffalo opened up as a 3-point favorite with 52.5 over-under. Eagles at the 49ers. Eagles have looked absolutely terrible. I mean, 49ers with their backup quarterback and their third and fourth string, Jeff Wilson technically was their fourth string running back, and he absolutely dominated on Sunday. San Francisco opens up as a 7-point favorite, 45.5 total there. For Sunday Night Football, it's not the best matchup there. The best one of the week, Falcons at the Packers. You got A-Rod, go Pack, go. Packers open up as a 7.5-point favorite. I mean, Falcons could get up 60 on them, and the Packers are going to come back and win. The Falcons' defense has looked terrible. 58, I mean, the highest over-under opening up, 58 on Monday Night Football. I don't normally play like Sunday, Monday slate, I'm going to this week. I absolutely love the Packers in this one. So those are your games. Those are the over-unders. Those are the totals. They will change. So depending on when you watch this video, it could have changed already. So looking at that, the matchup tool will be updated. Probably updated either Saturday night or Sunday morning. I haven't decided yet. But we'll update that with the final spread and the final over-under. So that is something to monitor. So just kind of glancing over. So on the matchup tool, we have quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, red zone passes, rushes, and receptions. So I'm not going to go over this in detail, but I will just kind of show you the top one. So it is sorted by fantasy points allowed this year. Someone did say, can you do a drop down or a drill? I can't remember what they said. A drop-down menu for here to show who the Falcons have faced quarterback-wise, because, I mean, being only 3 weeks in, these numbers are a little skewed. So I'm still trying to figure that out. So if you guys know how to do that, where you could just highlight. So this is in Google Sheets, but if you know how to highlight, hover over this, and then a drop-down of who they faced and maybe how many yards that quarterback threw for, that would be awesome. Let me know. That would be pretty neat. I don't know how to do that at the moment. But the Falcons have been giving up 33.65 fantasy points to the quarterback. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is in a great spot there. Seahawks giving up 29.63. Ryan Fitzpatrick could be a little bit cheaper there. So that goes down the list. You can find this at fantasyteamadvisors.com/NFL matchup tool. Running backs here. The Raiders are giving up 40.13 fantasy points. So right now, Devin Singletary, I like him a little bit more if Zach Moss is indeed out. So that is there. For running backs, wide receivers, you've got Seahawks are giving up 3 games, I understand, 60.53 fantasy points per wide receiver per game. Well, per team on the wide receiver. So looking at the Dolphins, Devontae Parker could have a good game. Preston Williams, that's why I think a Fitzpatrick stack is not out of the question. Presumably, Seahawks are going to get up big. They're going to have to throw the ball. Wide receivers, love that there. Preston Williams did take a touchdown Thursday Night Football, but I do like that. Another one, Cowboys are giving up a ton. Odell and Jarvis could be in store for a game there as well. Moving to tight ends, you've got Saints giving up the most amount of fantasy points by about 3 fantasy points. Hawkinson had a little bit down. I mean, he said the first week he had a good game. It's kind of same thing with week 1 last year. Good game there and then kind of tailed off, but Hawkinson could be in store for a game there. Robert Tonyan, a very cheap option, but I mean, he's getting the exposure while Adams is out. Rodgers is trusting him, and he's getting the extra yards after carry, so I do like that. So then you can kind of look at the red zone passes. It just, who's attempted the most. I mean, you can just go through this. Josh Allen has completed 18 passes there, 8 touchdowns. So it's Russell Wilson, 8 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers, 8 touchdowns. That's within the 20. Then you can see the 10. 7 of his 8 passes have been in the 10. So you can just look at that and you can sort that. You can look at rushes, who gets in there for the red zone for rushes. McCaffrey obviously being out. Newton's there. Chubb is there. I mean, James Robinson is there. So a lot of things going on there. And then receptions. you can see red zone passes for receptions. Aaron Jones is getting in the game, so if you're going to have a stack, you got to go Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones. I mean, you could just see that a lot of these are there. And there's a lot of information to go over. Check out the matchup tool there. So before we dig into the article here, I will talk about the memberships. We do have a ton of free information, but again, if you would like to sign up, you can. You can get a 5-day pass. You get 5 days for $9 or $10, $2 a day. That gets you every single sport going on. So if you did it today, you would not. I mean, we've got baseball going on with. So we've currently have baseball going on. You get every single sport that we offer for 5 days. So the month is the best option. So you can do the month pass. We still have some coupon codes left for, so if you click on this, click on Join FTA Plus, use the promo code First Word. Since my 7-month-old daughter said Dad for the first time last week, thought it was precious, thought I'd give you guys a discount. Half off a month. Use the promo code First Word. Year pass, we have two coupon codes left. You get $300 off, get a year pass for $99. Use the promo code YEARPASS99, get $300 off. That's every single sport. So let's dig into week 4, FanDuel and DraftKings plays. So what we've done is we've gone through each position. We get you 2 elite plays, 1 value, and then some other plays down below. We put the FanDuel and DraftKings pricing right in the article, so it's easy for you guys to build your lineups out on paper. I know a lot of people write stuff out. That's how I do it too. So I get all the stats and then I go through, I mark them, because it's just like in school. If you repeat it, you write it, you remember it. So love Aaron Rodgers here against the Falcons. Like I said, I'm not going to dig into what we put in the article. You can click the link down below. The very first link in the description is this article. So click that link and read it. The more views it gets, the more I know you guys want to see it. So that being said, just some stats. Falcons defense giving up an average of 350.3 passing yards per game. Absolutely love that for A-Rod on Monday night. Russell Wilson, until he slows down, he's going to be an elite play every single week. He's got a great matchup against the Dolphins. 9,000 on FanDuel, 7,800 on DraftKings. A value pick here, Ryan Fitzpatrick against Seattle. His value is a little bit more on DraftKings, being 5,400 where he is 7,100 on FanDuel. So I do like Fitzpatrick a little bit more on DraftKings. And then we do have other options here down below. Elite running backs, Alvin Kamara. I mean, as long as Michael Thomas is out and Drew Brees just doesn't look comfortable throwing the ball, he's dumping the passes off to Kamara. He's getting the passes. He's getting the rushes. He's getting the touchdowns. He's getting everything. Absolutely love Kamara here. Love him this week. Love him this week. Dalvin Cook against the Texans. Texans' rush defense isn't as good as maybe we remember. Cook is, rushing. Love him here. Cook comes in with 48 rushes, 294 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And the way Kirk Cousins is throwing the ball and handing it off and dumping it off, absolutely love Dalvin Cook in this matchup. Value here, Devin Singletary against the Raiders. Like I said, the Raiders give up the most amount of fantasy points to the running back position. Singletary, 6,000 on FanDuel, 5,900 on DraftKings. He'll be overlooked a little bit pricing-wise because of all the studs up top. I like him better if Moss is out, like I said earlier. The problem, he doesn't have a touchdown yet. I think this is the week that he could get a touchdown, but I would like to see that a little bit more. But we know Josh Allen is mobile. He runs just as much, so it's a little bit concerning the amount he runs, but we're here. I do like Singletary as some value. And then we have 6 other running backs. These are not necessarily the only plays that we like, but these are the ones that jumped out first look. We'll dig in more. Our cheat sheet will have everything for you, but these are the ones that I do like this week as well. Elite wide receivers, Tyler Lockett. I know DK Metcalf has more receiving yards. Lockett is still Lockett. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns in week 3. He could have had a fourth one, just got overthrown a little bit. I mean, he was wide open, just got overthrown. He had a huge week. His pricing is still not what I expected it to be. I expected it to be at least 8,000. He's not. But I absolutely love this matchup here. If you're using Lockett, you have to pair him up with Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson. You're going to get double the points there, and it's how biggest mistakes you can make building DFS is not stacking. I still don't know why people don't stack. You can throw out those naked plays every so often. I don't get, and we'll go into that. But another one is Odell Beckham Jr. A little bit cheaper on DraftKings at 5,800. This is one I'd probably throw out there naked because I just don't trust Baker that much. But the Cowboys are giving up a ton of points to wide receivers. Odell could come through, or Jarvis Landry if you want to save a little bit money. Value here, this is really contingent on if Devontae Adams is out again. But if he's in there, he might not be 100%. I do love Allen Lazard. I mean, while Adams is out, Lazard has been his favorite target to throw to. He had a huge game on Sunday night. I absolutely love that. The Falcons defense giving up 39.8 fantasy points per game. Again, this is Monday Night Football. I'm going to have a lot of exposure. If I do play a Sunday through Monday lineup, probably pretty heavy on Green Bay here. And I don't think I'll be alone. So looking at that, I love Lazard. A little bit under-owned specifically because other people will be paying up for the Seahawks and some other games. So I do love Lazard to come in again, get another touchdown or two. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other wide receivers down below. Click the link, you can check it out. Tight ends, elite-wise, Travis Kelce. Again, the only problem is there's so many options for Mahomes to throw to. You don't know who's going to get the targets. But, I mean, he's still put up... First half, I think Kelce had like 50 yards. But I do like that. The problem, he's facing the Patriots. They're only giving up 5.77 fantasy points per game here. 2 opposing tight ends in 2020. So that is something to pay attention to. But when you think elite tight ends, you think Travis Kelce is almost matchup proof. So I do like it there. A value, as stated prior, Hawkinson against the Saints. He's pretty cheap. Good week 1. Couple of ish weeks in 2 and 3. Could come through here because he's got the best matchup for tight ends going through, or the second best matchup for tight ends going through. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other tight ends that we do like that you can check out down below. So all you have to do is click the link in the description of the video down below. That is the article. Check it out. Again, guys, if this video gets 30 likes by Sunday morning, we'll throw out a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup right down below. If you have any questions, we will try to answer them. Season long wise, people that are jumping out at us for like waiver wires, I've been asked about that. I mean, Justin Jefferson probably should have been owned in most leagues, wasn't mine in both of them. So that's something. T. Higgins had a good game. Brandon Ayuk had 2 touchdowns in week 2 or week 3 with Nick Mullins there. Rex Burkhead had a massive game. That was because James White was out, and Sony Michel really isn't a part of the passing attack at the moment. If James White is back, he's going to take Rex Burkhead's place. So that is something to pay attention to moving forward. Allen Lazard, I absolutely love. Jeff Wilson Jr., I do like. The 4th string running back on the 49ers might be a first string this week, because I believe Jerick McKinnon either hurt a rib or broke a rib, so that is something to pay attention to. And looking at this, Chris Carson did have a knee sprain, got dirty play rolled up on. News he may play in week 4, but Carlos Hyde could be a pick as well. So there you go, guys. Those are what I have for you. If you have any questions, please get them below. And I hope we're able to help you on the right track. I know it's Tuesday and people want to get a head start on their research for week 4. And that's what we're here for. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing you a ton of information. A ton of time is put into this information, but I want you guys to bring home the bacon. So let me know how you did last week. What was your highest score, FanDuel, DraftKings? Did you check us out? Did you use any of our information? Let us know down below. Good luck this week. Hopefully you had a great week last week. And don't forget, guys, let's bring home some bacon this week.